Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The world of When Calls the Heart has always lived in the imagination of its viewers as more than just a television show, is a window into warmth, family, and hope. And at the center of it all stands Erin Krakow. Its portrayal of Elizabeth Thornton has carried the show with a grace that feels timeless. Fans have often admired her on-screen journeys of love, resilience, and rediscovery, and yet beyond her professional work, Erin herself has always kept her private life a mystery wrapped in elegance. That's why this sudden surfacing of a never-before-seen wedding day photograph of Erin has become more than just an image. It is a story, a revelation, and a reminder of how even the most private stars carry pieces of untold tales that inspire their audience in deeply personal ways. The photograph itself is arresting in its simplicity. No studio lighting, no dramatic backdrop, no overly staged poses. Instead, it captures a fleeting, unguarded moment. Erin stands beneath a canopy of soft white blossoms that seem to blur gently into the background, the sunlight falling in golden streams across her shoulders. Her wedding dress, classic yet understated, holds a timeless charm. It could belong to any era. Much like the enduring spirit of When Calls the Heart, the fabric catches the light with a quiet shimmer. And there is a delicacy to the veil that trails softly in the breeze. She isn't looking at the camera. Instead, she's caught in mid-laughter, her head tilted slightly, her eyes alight with a kind of joy that cannot be rehearsed. That single moment, frozen in time, speaks volumes, more than 1,000 posed portraits ever could. It's not just a picture of a bride. It's a glimpse into Erin as a woman, a partner, someone experiencing the magic of love that her fans have so often seen her embody on screen but never truly glimpsed in her private world. It feels like being allowed to peek into the chapters of a story that had, until then, been closed. What makes the image even more powerful is the way it seems to blend reality with the dreams fans have always spun about. Erin's own happily ever. For years, audiences have rooted for Elizabeth's romances, debated the choices she's made, and shed tears over her heartbreaks. To see Erin in this candid wedding moment feels almost like life imitating our tour, perhaps art imitating life, in ways viewers will never fully know. It doesn't matter who stands just outside the frame, whether her groom's face is captured or not, because the focal point is Erin herself, radiant, caught in a moment of genuine happiness that is universal. It is a joy that every person, fan or not, can recognize instantly. Speculation always follows when something so intimate becomes public. Who took the photo? Was it a professional wedding photographer capturing every detail of the day? Or was it a friend, quietly holding a camera at just the right moment, catching Erin in her most unguarded self? The slightly blurred edges of the frame suggest it wasn't staged. It was real, instantaneous, and deeply personal. And perhaps that's what makes it resonate so strongly, the knowledge that this wasn't meant to be shared. But when it is, it touches people in a way polished images never could. For longtime admirers of Erin, the photo becomes something symbolic. It represents not just a milestone in her personal life, but also the blending of the woman with the character she plays. On When Calls the Heart, Elizabeth has walked through a long journey of finding love again, of trusting in life after heartbreak. Erin herself, standing in that wedding gown, seems to embody that same message of hope and renewal. It's as though life has written a love story for her too. And this photograph is a single page from it. The story the image tells doesn't end at the edges of the frame. Imagine the atmosphere of that wedding day. A soft breeze carrying the sable. A soft breeze carrying the scent of flowers through the air. The murmur of guests as they gather, faces glowing with affection for the bride. A pianist, perhaps, playing something gentle and romantic. each note lingering in the air as Erin makes her way down an aisle scattered with petals. The moment would have been filled with anticipation, hearts racing with joy, as she stepped closer toward a promise of forever. And then, after the vows, after the tears of joy and the laughter of toasts, there is that private kind of celebration, kind captured in the photo. Erin, spinning lightly in her gown, a smile so wide it reaches her eyes, captured before she could compose herself. It's a reminder that weddings are not only about perfection, but about moments of pure authenticity. Those small, unexpected bursts of joy are what lasts longest in memory. For fans, this unseen photograph becomes a treasure. Not in the sense of gossip or invasion of privacy, but as a gift, a glimpse into a side of Erin that mirrors the stories she has helped tell on screen for so many years. It makes her feel closer, more real, not just a star in costume, but a woman living her own version of the happy endings she brings to life for others. It deepens the bond between actor and audience in a way words often fail to achieve. But beyond the fans and the speculation, there is also something universal here. Every person who has ever been married or who dreams of marriage recognizes the magic held in such a candid shot. Weddings are often remembered in fragments: the tightening of hands during vows, the rush of emotion during the first dance, the sparkle of rings beneath the light. A photograph like this one doesn't just show Erin, calls back the personal memories of anyone who has felt that same joy. In seeing her, they see themselves smiling, laughing, unguarded, swept away by love. The beauty of this moment lies also in the mystery. Erin has always valued her privacy, keeping her personal life gracefully shielded from the public gaze. She has allowed her fans into her world through her characters, her interviews, and her presence, but rarely beyond that. That makes this single photo stand out like a rare star on a clear night sky. It is enough to stir hearts, enough to ignite conversations, but not enough to strip away the privacy she protects. It gives just enough a glimpse, not the whole book. And perhaps that is why it feels so precious. The photo exists as a reminder that some things can be shared in part without giving away everything. Imagine, too, the years ahead. Long after the photo first surfaced, it will continue to ripple through memory and conversation. Fans will revisit it the way they revisit favorite When Calls the Heart episodes, pausing at frames where Elizabeth smiles in a way that now feels familiar, almost reflective of Erin's real-life joy. Some might even place the photograph beside images of Elizabeth's wedding in the series, noting the uncanny overlap between fiction and reality. Others will speak of it quietly, cherishing it as a token of happiness for someone whose work has given them so much comfort. What the photo also reveals, more than anything, is Erin's humanity. It strips away the layers of celebrity and shows her as a woman in love, stepping into a new chapter of life with laughter on her lips. It says something profound about how joy looks the same no matter who you are or whether you are a school teacher in Hope Valley or a celebrated actress standing in the spotlight. Happiness doesn't need staging. It doesn't need grandeur. It needs only authenticity, and that is what shines through. In the end, this never-before-seen wedding day photo does more than capture Erin Krakow in a gown. It captures a moment of timeless beauty, the fleeting second when the world falls away and only love remains. It is not about who stood beside her or which venue held the ceremony or what colors were chosen for the flowers. It is about the pure joy that radiates from her expression, an emotion that connects across screens, across years, across lives. For the fans, for the dreamers, for Erin herself, it becomes a symbol of everything that matters most: love, laughter, and the promise of forever. And so the story of the photograph becomes part of the larger account story of Erin Krakow as Elizabeth. Not as a Hallmark star, but as a woman living her own love story. One picture, one captured smile, one moment of laughter on a wedding day. And the world feels just a little brighter, a little more hopeful, a little more in love.